Matt here, and in this weekly recap we're going to be going over some seller-held financing, selling some of our projects, and we're also working on a new lease for this angry resident that I'll share with you. So a lot of exciting things that I'm going to share with you this week. So this one resident that we were working with, we wanted to kind of get him out of this property so we could renovate his unit, and so we gave him a new lease, right? So we raised his rent. It used to be like $800. Now it's up to like $1,295-ish. And you know, we want to keep renovating all the units at this property, so we started just raising everybody's rent, renovated or unrenovated, to the full price, which was $1,295. So we're trying to get more turnover, or just people to get our pro forma rent so that we can achieve the new value at the property quickly. And this guy was a little upset that his rent went up because I guess previously we had sent him a lease from one of our other property managers, and he never signed it or returned it, and we never signed it. So if you don't sign it, it's really not valid. But so we sent him a new rate. We were going to increase it to $940, and then we decided to change it to $1,295 because we wanted to move a little bit quicker on our renovations, and our bank wants us to finish up the renovations quicker. So that forced us to increase his rent even more, but he got really upset about it. So now we're kind of going through a battle trying to figure out how it's going to work out. But I think it's going to be good. So we'll see how it works out. I think it'll be fine. But he was really upset that we increased his rent, even though we gave him another lease prior. But he never had signed it. We never signed it. So we just decided to, we changed our mind, and we wanted to raise the rents, a little bit more, so we get to our pro forma faster. And we've had a couple issues with him where, he's yelled at some of the maintenance guys fixing things, or the snow plowing guy. So I think it would just be good to either have him pay the full rent, or if he wants to move into a new unit, that would work too, or you can just find a new place. So we'll see how that works out. It'll be interesting. We're just sending him a new lease. One of our property managers is just in the process of mailing out the new lease to see what his feedback's going to be. But he wanted to take it to his attorney. He sent it to him. He wanted us to call his attorney. He thinks he's got like a slam dunk case. He wants to like sue us and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think he's got much to go on, but it'll work out fine. We'll see how it goes. I'll have more information next week once we get the feedback. But so we had that, working on that, trying to get things improved, forcing appreciation faster and doing it as quickly as possible. So we had that, which is pretty interesting. We're working on a seller-held note for one of our land deals. We want a seller to hold money into the deal as sort of like an equity investment. That way we can close on the deal. We can put money into the deal, but we don't have to put the full purchase price down into the deal. Then we can take it to the bank, finance it, and sort of leverage the project and get all the financing for the construction. So we're working on getting that together. And when you're doing a seller-held note, it's really nice, especially on a land deal, because usually a seller of land, he's not collecting any cash flow. He's just sitting on a vacant piece of land that doesn't have any income for it. So it's really nice to be able to give them an option to make more money. So it's really something that works good for both parties. The seller is going to get money because they're going to hold a note, and you can do a promissory note, so that way the property isn't held as collateral for the note, but you give maybe a personal guarantee, and that way you're able to get bank financing so they can put a lien on the property. But then you also have this promissory note where you gave a personal guarantee, so you have two different types of money in the works there, which helps you scale faster. And it allows you to move quicker because you don't get depleted. You don't deplete all your cash reserves by going all into one deal. You can put some in one deal, put more capital in another deal, as long as you can pull together the seller-held financing. So we're working on that. Typically the terms of that look like maybe a 5% interest rate annually, and usually a 2 to 5 year hold. It's always interest only, promissory note, personal guarantee, so they don't take the property as collateral. They just take, you personally have to sign that you're going to be paying it back, and then you just pay them interest only every single month on a monthly basis, and it works out really well. So let's say the seller holds $1.5 million at 5%. So basically they're going to get $75,000 per year just to, hold this promissory note. So that's pretty good income. And let's say you buy the property for $2 million and you're going to pay them $75,000 per year for 5 years, that's going to add a lot of value for them. So if you pay $2 million and you pay them for 5 years at 5%, that's going to be $375,000 of additional income that they wouldn't have generated if they didn't hold the promissory note. So it's something where the seller can make more money, and it works out really, really well. We're also in the process of selling a couple properties. We're getting to the point where we want to kind of sell off of the smaller projects that we have to send our maintenance team or our property managers over. And it's kind of a little bit of a hassle to kind of send people over there, send resources over there. And these are like maybe 6, 9, and 2-unit buildings that we're trying to just sell out of and take that equity that we're able to recapture from the sales and then put it into our bigger $30 and $40 million development projects, because it's going to be better utilized there. And then we can be more focused on the bigger projects. So I think it was good. It's good having smaller projects as you're getting started and growing. But once you get into that next level where you're doing 20 and 30 and $40 million projects and above, you can sort of sell off the smaller assets, and that's going to allow you to focus on the bigger projects. It's sort of the evolution of your growth. So you're going to start out with smaller projects in the beginning, and then as you grow, you're going to be able to leverage those assets to get bigger properties, and then you can sell off the older, smaller properties and focus on the bigger stuff. And then you kind of gap up level to level and just get bigger and bigger from there. And it's just a gradual process. It takes time to develop. You have to get good deals to start with, and then you have to build off those good deals and find bigger and better deals. So it takes time to get it all together. You just have to have a system in place. You have to be able to force appreciation and recapture your equity on existing acquisition deals within 1 to 2 years so that you can move really quickly and grow at a fast pace. If you overpay for an asset and you don't have enough upside in it where you can't increase the rents, then it's going to take a lot longer to recapture your equity. There's a deal that we were looking at. The seller wanted $10 million for this property, but it was really worth $8 million. So if we paid the $10 million and we could only increase the rents a little bit, there wasn't a lot of upside to it, then our money would be trapped in the deal for a longer period of time, and we wouldn't be able to recapture the equity to put it into another deal. The money would kind of be stuck in that deal. So you just have to make sure you buy in at a good price and there's enough upside with the rents where you can improve the value and increase it really rapidly. So that's the process that you got to follow to really make it successful. And other than that, we've just been working on a lot of different projects, teaching our managers a lot of new tasks and trying to make things more efficient. The more efficient you can make your systems and processes, the better speed and execution you're going to have. When you first start, you're going to have things in place, but once you're able to refine things, make them stronger and better and streamline everything, it's going to save money, you're going to have a better result, things are going to be done faster, and you're going to become more successful. And it takes time to evolve and get that whole system together. So you just have to be patient with it, continue working hard, refine everything, make it better, have a good return on your investment that you put your capital into, and you're just going to grow from there.